And Jesus changed your life. The first time you were in prison, God spoke to you, didn't he?
Yes, he sure did.
Literally?
And I wasn't looking for religion. The last thing I want to know is Christianity, God. Look after number one. But guess what? I swore at him and he spoke to me. It's just like an atheist. What do you believe in? Can I pose that question to you, Dick? What does atheists believe in?
Well, no, I don't believe there's a God.
Right.
It's an absence of belief.
Atheists don't believe in anything, right? Nothing. Hang on. I'm speaking. I didn't interrupt you when you speak. Please.
You wanted to.
Atheists believe in nothing. Is it still something they believe in? Nothing.
When you say God spoke to you, what do you mean? Did he literally, did you hear his voice?
Yes, just like you and me talking, and I thought I was hallucinating.
Maybe you were hallucinating.
It sounded like you talking to me.
Okay, what did it sound like?
Like we're having a conversation, a voice.
What language was he speaking?
English.
I was speaking to me in English. I was effing him in English.
Was it a soft voice? Was it a loud voice, an insistent voice?
No, it wasn't loud. It's no thunder and lightning. It's like a normal conversation.
What did he say?
Well, because I was effing at him, because of the vicar or the chaplain, and then he said, why are you swearing at me? And I thought for a moment, one of the other convicts over there was a ventriloquist.
Which he might have been.
So I was about to arrange their face. And I looked around and they were doing their own thing, smoking or, you know, talking.
Yeah.
So I have another go at him. And I believe he got up from the wrong side of the bed that morning. He took offense to me swearing. Of course, a lot of people swear.
But what was the feeling that you had at that moment?
Let me explain the feeling. When I swear a second time, he said, look, why are you swearing at me? Is it me or the chaplain who was impatient with you?
Mm-hmm.
Next thing I know, I was on my knees. I didn't want to cry. Tears were running down. But I was feeling this simultaneous emotion at the same time. A feeling of, you know, sadness and a feeling of joy.
And this has revolutionized your life. You're a different person.
It has. And I could not explain until today why I'm able to have a simultaneous emotional feeling of joy and sadness at the same time. You try it yourself. Any of you can do that and prove it to me.
Sorry, it was a shame that God didn't show up before you committed all those crimes.
But listen, you've got them all going. Look at this. Peter Atkins.
How would you tell the difference between...
Oh, you try and smoke wacky in the prison. See if you can get it.
How would you tell the difference between your experience and a hallucination?
How am I going to hallucinate? Can you hallucinate now for me? I don't take no drugs. Then, in the prison, I got no drinks, alcohol, nothing. And I was in a mood of anger at the vicar.
Yeah, it's called hallucination.
Why would I want to...
As a result of it, though, your life has been utterly transformed.
Amen to that.
Amen to that. And you're a preacher. Yeah. Okay, David, go on.
Why are you so reluctant to acknowledge the possibility of hallucination? As I said, I had 4 days of hallucinations.
I've hallucinated before. I've taken LSD before.
I know, but answer me.
I know what hallucination.
But answer me this, because
because
I spent 4 days hallucinating. I thought the nurses in the hospital were going to kill me. Then I thought they were going to eat me. I thought the people who didn't exist in the next bed were plotting to have me taken away and murdered and so on. I absolutely believe this. I believe this as firmly as I believe that I'm speaking to you now. It wasn't until afterwards that I could understand that these were actually hallucinations. In other words, all I'm saying is that the mind is an extraordinary thing.
That was post-operative psychosis that you had,
Yeah.
wasn't it? But then, Francesco, in the Bible, if we read, you know, if any Christian, any believer read an account such as Kim's in the Bible, they would say, oh, yeah, God spoke to him. Yeah. But now, there's a sort of a level of scepticism about it.
Because my story is mine. Who are you to tell me my story is not true? None of you could do that.
Francesco,
And I tell
myriad,
about your life is false.
myriad examples in the Bible. Wait a minute. Myriad examples in the Bible of God speaking directly to people, as Kim claims God spoke directly to him, aren't there?
And given that they're in the Bible, these people and their experiences, which I think broadly are primarily fictitious, but these people and their experiences are therefore special, and they become special in tradition, and they become special in the community. And I think to a certain degree, modern days people's experience of God speaking to them makes them feel special as well. And that's not to judge it, it's simply to say that it sets you out, it sets you apart from the rest.
The way I arrived at atheism was I took a course, it's called the Psychoanalytic Studies Society, and they told us the delusions of a man named Schreber, who was a German judge, and he thought that God was going to make him a woman and inseminate him, and he showed me the allegories between the Annunciation of the Virgin Mary and this man's account of how God was going to inseminate him so he could bring forth a new race of human beings. And the delusion, the schizophrenic delusion, and the story of the Annunciation were so similar that I realized that the human mind can fabricate, and I'm really glad it had such a wonderful effect on your life.
And I'm no David Koresh.